want to talk about your mom for a moment. I've known her for 40 years, more than half my life.
Really? That is true, wow.
I met Mom in 71, 72, and still view her as my best friend, you know. And not only the keeper of the wishing well, but a constant source of inspiration. It was less than a month ago that I saw you and Mom and the Plastic Ono Band and Lady Gaga on stage in Los Angeles. And I looked at Mother, who's in her 70s now, and I listened to her and I watched her, and, you know, I just can never say enough about her. Immediately after that, I can never say enough about the relationship between mother and child, as demonstrated by you and Mom. It is the relationship that so many of us wished to have had with our own mothers or fathers. Certainly one I never had with mine.
Right.
It is so unique. What is it about Mom that you find so constantly inspiring and compelling?
I love her, but it's not ideal. I mean, we play music together almost because that's the only way we can have a relationship. It's like, it's very hard for us when we're just having dinner or lunch or like sitting around having tea, not to butt heads like most, parents do with their kids or kids do with their parents. So we have a normal kind of contentious dynamic when we're just being mother and son. So in a way, music is the vehicle for us to communicate and get on a plane that's higher than just regular daily conversation. And it's really true that the only way I'm able to connect with her in a meaningful way is through making music together. Because otherwise, the regular relationship, although, I love her very much, is just sort of, it's impossible to tell her how much I love her without getting angry or something, And it's impossible to explain to her how important she is to me. But if I do the music with her and I act as a music director and I help with the production and I make the merchandise and I produce the show, in a way that's the best way I've found of communicating my feelings to her, of showing her that I really care. Because otherwise, I mean, what am I going to do? Get her a nice sweater on Christmas? It doesn't really translate. So the reason we do the music, and I think from her end too, the way that she's best able to tell me that she loves me is to play music with me, because it's a great honor for me. She could be playing with anybody she wants, and she could be playing with the best musicians in the world, and she chooses to let me, run the show, and there's a great degree of trust there, and a great degree of respect that she's showing me and allowing me to do that. So in a way, I think it's an essential part of our survival as a mother and son. Playing music together is an essential part of that.
The answer surprises me. It suggests, correct me if I'm wrong, that if the glue wasn't music, the two of you might be like any other mother, son, even dysfunctional relationship of not being able to relate to each other.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think she and I have a really close understanding, more than most people or most family members. But I'm just saying that I don't think we would understand each other truthfully without music. Because when we play music together, we're bypassing a lot of bullshit. And it's just, it sounds like a cliche again, but it's sort of like music is love, you know what I mean? So we're sort of we're sort of communicating in a truthful way that bypasses regular conversation, and it just cuts to the core of it, which is making art, which is essentially an expression of love, and well, I believe it is. And so I'm not saying that we wouldn't like each other if we didn't play music, but I am saying that music is a savior to the relationship, because otherwise I wouldn't know what to say, basically, you know?
Well, I've been talking to her for 40 years, and I only play the harmonica marginally. So there must be something else that connects us. But
well, no, she's a great conversationalist, but I do think it's harder to talk to your own son and to talk to your own mom than it is to talk to a friend. And so I think we found a really convenient way of communicating, you know, our deepest feelings, which is to just sort of trust each other and work together, which is it's a big deal to sort of let someone in that close who is so close to you.